A simple bust making, no boning, no bust caging, just simple and easy to make. So we're going to make use of this fabric here. So the first thing we're going to do is to draw our starting line. So this is me drawing my starting line. After drawing starting line, the next thing you get measure in here is your bust point, under bust, and your waistline. My bust point, which is 11 inches, under bust of 14.5, and waist measurement of 18 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 19 inches. So the next thing I will do is to use my spatula to draw out my lines. After that, I'm going to go in by measure my neck depth of 3 inches and neck width of 3 inches. That's 3 by 3 for my neck. Then I'll measure out my shoulder, which is 8.5. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. I will use my spatula to draw a straight line to my neck. So the next I'm going to do the same 8.5 inches that I measured here. I will also measure it down here. It will serve as a guide for my chest line. So I will come down by 9 inches for my armhole. Now that will be my chest line. That will be my chest line. So right here, I'm going to divide my armhole into 2, and I'll go in by 1/2 inch. I'll use my curve ruler to curve it. I'll curve my armhole. This is familiar to every one of YouTube here now. I think we all know that. So I'm trying to label them: my chest line, my bust points, under bust, and waistline. So the next I'm going to do now is to input my nipple to nipple measurement. I will put it on my bust point, my under bust, and my waistline. The next thing I'm going to do is to use my spatula to draw a straight line. So I'll come to my under bust. Then I'll come to my under bust. I will measure 1/2 inch on this side and 1 inch on the other side. 1 inch on the other side. I will do the same thing on the waistline. This measurement, I'm putting it on my under bust and on my waistline. So I will use my spatula to draw a straight line on both sides. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to use my curve ruler to curve it from my under bust to my bust point. I'm trying to give that cup shape here. I'll also repeat the same thing here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to come up by 3 inches because I don't want my bobs to show. You know, this is a tube, but you can add strap if you like. Okay, so I don't want my bobs to show. I'll come up by 3 inches and I'll draw a straight line. That will serve as my new chest line. It will now serve as my new chest line. So after that, I will measure my nipple to nipple again there. Then I'll use my spatula to bring the line up so that it will serve as a guide. To serve as a guide. So to tighten my bust, I will measure 3/4 inch on both sides. That is 7/8. 7/8 on this side, 7/8 on this side, the other side. Then you curve it with your curve ruler. Just try to place your ruler very well so that you get the exact shape. So I would like to make it a sweetheart neckline. I'll come down by 2 inches, just a little bit sweetheart, so that my bust will not show. I don't like when my bust is showing when I'm wearing a clothes, any dress at all. I don't like it. So I'm going to curve it with my curve ruler that way. So right, I'm going to measure what I have on my chest line there. What I used to snatch my chest line, I'm going to put in my bust measurement plus 1.6 plus 2 inches allowance. I don't know if you're getting it. I will also do the same thing. Measure what I have on my waistline for the snatching. I will measure in my waistline plus what I have there plus my sewing allowance. I don't know if you get me. You measure what you have, what you used to what I used to tighten my bust at the chest line. I will measure it, then that is it. So the next time to draw a straight line, the next thing you do is come in by 1/2 inch. Then you use your curve ruler to curve it, just to snatch the under bust. Okay, to snatch my under bust, look at what I did there. So right here, I'm trying to maintain the curve on my armhole. I'll first of all use my free hand to curve it, then I'll use my curve ruler to curve it again to blend it well. So the next thing we're going to do here now is to cut it out. After cutting it out, to measure out your back, you're going to get a new paper. Instead of you to start your measurement all over again, just watch what I'm doing. Cut out the snatches that you made. So after cutting them out, look at it, get a new paper, then try to mark it out on a new paper. That is the back. To get your back, just trace it out on a new sheet of paper instead of to start measuring again. Now I told you this is an easiest method of making your bustier. It's so easy and simple. Just trace it out on another new paper. Then use your straight ruler to mark this place so that your back will not bend, to not be bending. So after that, you will also use your straight ruler to shapen them, all of them. Get exactly what you want. Just watch what I'm doing here, please. Right, I'm trying to mark in my zip allowance, 1 inch for zip allowance. That's what I'm trying to mark in there. So after measuring it, I will draw a straight line. So that is what I'm trying to do there. So right here now, I've used my straight ruler to mark it. Now I'm trying to get my that line. Okay, I'm trying to get my that line there. Then right now, this one is my zip allowance. So I've drawn a straight line for my zip allowance. Right here, I went in by 1/2 inch for to eliminate the zipper bulge. Right, I will use my straight ruler to mark it here. Okay, look at it. That is my zipper bulge. Eliminated it. I'm going to cut out that side, that part, and I'm going to cut it out. So right here, I've removed the paper. I'm trying to get the same line for my dart. That is my nipple to nipple line now. I gave a mark on it, so I use a straight line to mark it here. So right here, I'm trying to impute my back dart, 1/2 inch on both sides. Then I will use my straight ruler to mark my dart and I'll cut it out. Right here, I'm going to cut it out. So this is my back. This is my back for the bustier. So the next thing I will cut it out on my fabric. So I'm done cutting them out on my fabric right here. I cut both the lining and I added allowance on or the centers, the place that I'm supposed to join together. I added allowance. Then for my back, look at the 1 inch I eliminated for the dart on both sides. 1/2 inch. I added that 1 inch on this side, by the side. Okay, so that was why you are seeing that allowance there. You know, I added allowance already on my fabric, on my paper, when I was measuring it out. So I'm trying to unpin them so that I will show you the next thing to do. So this is how you are going to join your bustier. Watch what I'm doing though. This is how you're going to join your bustier. I will just show you before we will add them. So I'm trying to show you before we are going to add a gum wording on it. So this is what you are going to do, so that after adding gum wording, you also do the same thing here. This is how you are going to do it, because I will be adding a gum wording here, and you also see how I did it. So that is it. So right here, I'm going to add a gum wording. I'm trying to show you how to make the back. Sorry. So you will do the same thing on the back. Whatever you are doing on the fabric, that is what you are going to do on the lining. So that is the same thing you are going to do on the lining. So as I'm pinning it now, I will go to my sewing machine and I will sew it. So that is what you are going to do on the lining. So right here now, this is my bustier. I'm going to unpin them and I will add my wording. Just cut out your wording. Follow the shape of your bustier and cut out your wording. Just place your fabric on the wording. Cut out that shape you are seeing there, and make sure you cut it from your underbust, like I did. You know, my own is not full. Yeah, from my underbust. So look at it. I just use the shape of my listen. So the next thing you would, after placing your wording, gum it with your pressing iron. Then you are going to pin it together like this. See what I did? I'm going to pin it together like this. I told you this is the simplest way to make your bustier. It's so easy and simple. So you're going to repeat the same process here. Pin it. Then go to your sewing machine and sew it. You are also going to do the same thing on your lining. Just use interfacing on your lining and then you pin it together and sew the way you did to your fabric. So right here, I am done sewing them. My interfacing and everything, I'm done sewing them. So go to the back. So this is the back. I've also sewed the back. So the next thing we are going to do now is to put them together and sew. You first of all join the sides. Are you getting me? The place you cut it from and joined it, as in the bustier side. That line, you're going to join it. It serves as our dart. You're going to pin it together first to get exactly what you want on the side. So you also pin the sides. Do the same thing here. Then you sew on the sides. Don't sew the top or the up now. So just watch what I'm doing here. Use your pin and hold it down. Look at it. So you are going to sew the two sides. Then you are going to repeat the same thing on your lining. You are also going to pin it down and sew. Put them together. Always make use of your pin. Very important. It helps a lot. Pin them together and then you sew. So right here I'm done. So the next thing I did was to bring my cup. So this cup will serve as your butt lift. It will lift your butt. So you put it from the underbust, pin it down. Look at what I'm doing. Place it from the underbust, then pin it down. Use your pin to hold it. Then you are going to go to your machine and tack it. Just tack anywhere you like, and tack the center, tack on the back. Just tack on 2 or 3 places. Anyhow you know you can tack it. But make sure you place your cup the way I did. First of all, you place it from the underbust, the downside that I shaped. Place from the underbust. You can shape or you can leave it to. It's optional. Place from the underbust, then hold it down. So the next thing I did now was to place the lining and the fabric together, right sides facing each other, and I will run a stitch on them. So just watch what I'm trying to show you. You run a stitch on them. So voila, that is it. So you give it a very good press, and that is the final look. If you watch to this extent, thank you very much. Always subscribe, like, and comment. Drop your comments, please. This helps me a lot. If there is a place I'm not getting it right, please let me know. Right here now, we are going to tack sleeve. If you like, you are going to put a strap. Thank you very much. Bye.